Hello viewers, welcome to CSS World. In this video, we are going to study some other approaches to peace, which are arms control and disarmament. So here we go. First of all, what do we mean by the term arms control? Arms control is basically an international restriction upon the development, production, stockpiling, proliferation, and usage of small arms, conventional weapons, and weapons of mass destruction. Arms control aims to limit the number of weapons and to regulate their use by virtue of bilateral or multilateral agreements or arrangements. It includes freezing, limiting, reducing, or abolishing certain categories of weapons. On the other hand, disarmament is basically the complete reduction of the weapons or forces. It is usually referred to the complete elimination of the weapons of mass destruction. It aims at the elimination of entire weapon system categories. How arms control takes place? Now we will see that how arms control takes place. There are various ways through which arms control can take place in the contemporary world. Firstly, it can take place through ceasefire arrangements. Secondly, it can be imposed upon defeated countries by peace treaties like it happened after both the world wars. Thirdly, it can be introduced after the termination of intra-state conflict. Fourthly, it can take the form of sanctions on aggressor countries in accordance with the UN Charter. Now we will see that why arms control and disarmament are needed. The answer is that arms causes wars, wars cause arms race. It means that the presence of arms push states in the wars. Wars become culture and states start getting more weapons for fighting the wars. They come in arms race which further increase the chances of war. Therefore, there is strive need of arms control and disarmament so that the chances of wars may be minimized to the maximum level. Secondly, in the world where states have possessed the nuclear weapons, there is always danger and fear of atomic war. So we can say that in the presence of nuclear weapons, peace always remain at stake. So to maintain peace and to avoid instability, arms control and disarmament are very necessary. Thirdly, military technology is more the source of insecurity than the source of security and stability, because the presence of weapons can lead a state anytime towards its use, which can result into the huge devastation. Therefore, the arms control and disarmament are necessary to minimize the insecurity. Fourthly, arms control and disarmament reduces vertical proliferation and horizontal proliferation. Vertical proliferation is basically the increase in the quality or quantity of the weapons of a state, whereas horizontal proliferation is the spread of weapons from one state to other and so on. So by controlling these two types of proliferations, world can be made weapons free or at least less weapons world, which can assure the peace for all the states and people. Now we will see that what are the obstacles and hurdles on the ways of disarmament and arms control. First one is nationalism and concept of sovereignty. Current model of the world is based on nation-state system. Every state is a nation-state. In such a system, the nationalism and sovereignty of the state is considered as the most important thing to defend. Therefore, states usually don't endorse the concepts of arms control and disarmament and keep on multiplying the arms for assuring the defense of the state. They consider weapons inevitable for safeguarding the national interests and sovereignty of the state. Second hurdle is ratio problem. States in the contemporary world keep on maintaining the weapons ratio with their adversaries, due to which the states don't want to go for arms control and disarmament. We can better understand this point by the percentage of conventional weapons and role of nukes between India and Pakistan. Third one is trust deficit among nations. The contemporary world is based on the ideology of realism. States keep on getting their own interests only, which creates trust deficit among the nation. This trust deficit between the adversaries is a real problem which creates a big hurdle on the way of arms control and disarmament. We can understand it by taking example of the relations between USA and Russia, similarly between China and USA, between India and Pakistan, between Iran and Israel, between Iran and Saudi Arabia, and so on. Fourth one is economic factors. States spend a lot on their defense. They have to spend again and again on conventional weapons. Therefore, they try to go for weapons of mass destruction because they are one-time investment. Fifth one is defense industry. There are defense factories of the big wars. They deal in weapons business. These factories give input to countries' economies. Therefore, these countries don't take interests in any step towards the arms control and disarmament. Sixth one is political factors. People of the states are usually much concerned with the defense of the state. They always expect better defense of the country as compared to its adversaries. Political leaders take decisions to strengthen the defense of the country for the satisfaction of the masses. Now, the institutional measures for disarmament. Geneva Protocol 1925 was the first measure for disarmament. This protocol was signed for the prohibition of use of poisonous gases, bacteriological weapons in war. It was signed at Geneva on June 17, 1925. 36 states signed this protocol. Now, what are the main UN arms control bodies? First one is General Assembly. It is the chief organ for international policy debates and disarmament. Second one is the Security Council, which formulates regulations for arms control. Third one is the Disarmament Commission, which was established in 1952 as a successor to Atomic Energy Commission. Fourth one is studies. General Assembly initiates many studies dealing with technical, economic, and political aspects of arms control. This was all from today's lecture. Thanks for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for more videos. Goodbye.